Varela.
And I'm Art Barron. CBS-4 News at 6:30 starts right now.
Now, live, this is CBS-4 News at 6:30.
And first tonight at 6:30, live pictures as Mother Nature unleashes heavy downpours, making for a soggy Sunday across South Florida.
And she is not done just yet. Those green blobs you see on CBS-4's real-time weather, well, that's just how nasty it is outside right now.
That's right. The rain's been coming down in spurts all day across South Florida.
And let's go right now to weather control. CBS-4 meteorologist Michael Smith has been following the storms. Michael, where are they now?
Well, they're right on top of us. Let me go ahead and show you real-time radar. We just saw it a second ago, and here it is again. The heavy rainfall continues to move to the northeast, now affecting Broward and Miami-Dade counties. We're seeing very heavy rainfall. Let's go ahead and take a radar tour here and get you up close, and we can notice what's happening. Here's the turnpike. And here's Fort Lauderdale. The yellows indicating very heavy rainfall, and this rainfall continues to move to the east northeast. So the heaviest is on top of us right now. Here's Miramar, so it's raining hard there in Pines Boulevard here. And then off to the south we go. I'll show you what's happening in Bal Harbor. Light rain there, but very heavy rainfall for North Miami and North Miami Beach. Aventura, you're seeing the heavy rain as well. So you get the picture. We've got a lot of heavy rain right on top of us for the time being. Here's a setup. An area of low pressure to our north, moist, unstable air out ahead of this cold front that continues to march on off towards the east. So once we get into the day tomorrow, we're going to have this dry air moving in, so things will start to improve as we head into the overnight hours. This is a radar taking you back to 3 o'clock this afternoon. Very, very heavy rainfall. All of it continues to march off to the east, so clearing and improving conditions soon. We'll have more on your forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Now back to you.
All right, Michael, thank you. Tonight, the search is on for a gunman after a deadly double shooting on a North Miami basketball court. And only on 4, the mother of the victim is speaking out. 22-year-old William Jackson was shot and killed late last night. A teenager was also wounded. And tonight, family and friends have erected a memorial at the scene as police search for Jackson's killer. CBS-4's Shamari Stone is on the scene with the very latest.
The witnesses we talked to say 22-year-old William Jackson and his 14-year-old friend were playing basketball right here on this court. Then, according to witnesses, 2 cars drive up, a man gets out and shoots both of them. They took off running, and Williams ran right over there where he later died. Now, in an interview you'll see only on 4, his mother wants police to find the killer.
Trying to find out who would murder my son in cold blood like that.
Evelyn Jackson's heart is ripped out. Someone shot and killed her only son, 22-year-old William Jackson.
I done cried and I done cried and I've cried. Right now I'm not feeling anything because I'm numb right now.
And trying to understand why someone would kill a mentally challenged young man who neighbors say was a good guy.
He would go around, he would cut lawns, wash cars, he would bring them here, wash the cars, he would try to do something to, get some money in his pocket.
He was a child that, struggled. He had a fight in life to live.
But his life came to a wretched end about 12:30 Saturday night after North Miami Beach police say a young man shot Jackson and his friend. The 2 ran for their lives, and Jackson died from the gunshot wound. At this point, sir, do you have a motive?
At this point, detectives are trying to piece together why the shooting occurred. The motive is unclear.
You can see people in this community made a makeshift memorial for William Jackson. Witnesses say this was a senseless act of violence and that the 22-year-old died right here. And now relatives are mourning the loss.
Go.
Nearby,
Squat. Push. Slide.
a father and son play.
Back it up, on your toes, on your toes, on your toes, on your toes, on your toes. Good one, good one, good one. Go.
This dad trying to keep his son away from violence on the streets.
It tears my heart apart to see that the kids nowadays doesn't have a chance to come up and be the type of people that, the type of men that they can be. It tears me apart.
And Jackson's mother is making an emotional plea to anyone with information about the death of her son.
Please come forward. You don't have to give any names or anything. Please, if you know anything,
And police say the suspect is a black male who is 18 or older. He was wearing a white shirt and Michael Jordan shorts and a Michael Jordan hat. Now, he has a mouth full of gold teeth also, according to police. And anyone with information about this crime is asked to call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. Once again, that's 305-471-TIPS. Police tell us they plan to interview the 14-year-old boy who survived. In North Miami Beach, I am Shamari Stone, CBS 4 News.
Police are also trying to solve another deadly mystery tonight. It all started when a pickup truck crashed into a house, and it turned out the driver had been shot several times. It happened this morning on Southwest 224th Street and 116th Avenue. The victim was airlifted to the hospital where he died.
Fire destroys a mechanic shop in Opelika. The business was in a warehouse located on Northwest 139th Street and 21st Avenue. Fire officials are not sure how it started. Tonight, they are investigating.
Janet Reno gets a key endorsement in her run for the governor's office. The former attorney general, whose list of supporters includes Rosie O'Donnell, can now add Florida's government workers to that list. The state's second largest union, the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, has voted to support Reno. The union says its decision was shaped by Reno's response to the Aurelia Wilson case.
Another indication tonight, Osama bin Laden may still be alive. A new videotape of the terrorist mastermind is released as a special forces soldier is killed in Afghanistan. CBS-4's Lisa Cabrera is live in satellite control with the very latest in the war on terrorism. Lisa.
That's right, Art. The tape released just as the FBI sends out yet another terrorist warning, this time about apartment complexes. U.S. officials say they have received non-specific information that al-Qaeda members are threatening to load random apartments with explosives. Meantime, U.S. Special Forces are mourning the loss of one of their own.
America loses a life in the war on terror. A U.S. Special Forces soldier killed while on patrol in eastern Afghanistan after his unit, officials say, comes under heavy fire. The latest death coming as a new, never-seen-before videotape of Osama bin Laden is released. The Saudi-born dissident talking for 40 minutes about a variety of subjects, including the Prophet Muhammad. He desired, bin Laden says, the station of being on jihad. So understand and be aware of what this station truly entails. That the best of creation desired. He desired to become Shaheed, a martyr. National Security Advisor Dr. Condoleezza Rice responding Sunday morning to the possibility bin Laden is alive.
We have no reason to believe that he's not, and we continue to act against the al-Qaeda leadership to try and to disrupt their activities and to try to destroy their home base.
The Sunday London Times reports that bin Laden tape was filmed just about 8 weeks ago. No confirmation, however, of that. Bin Laden says in the video that any country siding with Israel is a target for Islamic terrorists. Reporting live, Lisa Cabrera, CBS 4 News.
Meantime, Palestinian terrorists strike again in Israel, deepening the crisis in the Middle East. A Palestinian bomber disguised in an Israeli army uniform slipped into a produce market in Netanya today, blowing himself up. 2 Israelis were also killed, another 50 people wounded. The Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine is claiming responsibility. Now, the Netanya area has been repeatedly targeted by terrorists. You may recall 29 people were killed in a bombing last March during Passover dinner. Keep it right here on CBS-4 for the very latest on the crisis in the Middle East.
And as we told you earlier, the rain is coming down in buckets. CBS-4's Yusila Ramirez live, and Davey with more on the rather dangerous conditions. Yusila.
Yeah, here in Broward County, the conditions have been getting progressively worse within the last half hour. And as you can imagine, with weather like this, the number of accidents are bound to go up. And that is apparently the case, according to FHP. They just wrapped up a scene on 595 near Davie that landed 3 people in the hospital. It is no easy task driving in weather like this, the pounding rain making it difficult for drivers to get around this Sunday afternoon. And this accident along 595 is proof that on days like today, you need to be extra careful. According to FHP, at about 2:45, both of these vehicles were headed eastbound on 595 near the 441 exit. The Toyota minivan was in the exit lane, the gold Nissan Maxima in the outside lane.
At the time, the Nissan proceeded to sharply or drastically cut into the exit lane.
As a result, the Nissan slammed into the driver's side of the minivan, then crashed straight into the side post, causing a real problem for rescue crews who were trying to get to the victim.
As far as being able to extract both the driver and the one passenger that was in the Nissan.
What'd they finally do?
Fortunately, with the help of some tow trucks, they were able to pull the two vehicles apart, and it made it a little easier for them to get the two people out.
They were all rushed to Broward General Medical Center, but now with the bad weather rolling in, troopers are hoping that folks take their time out there.
I just can't emphasize, especially with weather that we're in right now, be careful, reduce your speed, take into account the other traffic around you, wear your seatbelt, and drive defensively.
Back out here live on the corner of State Road 7 and Griffin Road, you can see not a great day to be behind the wheel. So if you are headed anywhere, troopers say the best thing you can do is leave with enough time so you are not forced to speed. Now, as for the victims, 2 of them remained in critical condition for a while, but we were just told that they have been upgraded. They're expected to be okay. The passenger in the Nissan Maxima has been in stable condition. That is the latest in Broward County. Yusila Ramirez, CBS-4 News.
All right, Yusila, thank you very much.
Coming up next, a small plane slams into the ground, killing everyone on board, and now investigators want to know what went wrong.
A manatee gets tangled in wires, but there is a rather happy ending to this story.
I'm Lisa Petrillo in Central Park in New York City, and we are going to be live from the Survivor finale show, Survivor Marquesas. We've got an exclusive interview coming up.
I'm meteorologist Michael Smith here in Weather Control. Plenty of heavy rain outside as we take a look. Outside, plenty of cloud cover as well. Improving weather conditions are right around the corner. More when the news continues. We're back after this.
Y'all ready for this? Ready for the adventure, the value, the variety. It's Toyota's nationwide summer event featuring our versatile SUVs. Check out the powerful Sequoia, sophisticated Highlander, stylish RAV4, and adventurous 4Runner. And now, hurry in for 0.0% APR financing or $1,250 cash back on every new 4Runner. Y'all ready for this? Get the Toyota you've been wanting now. We are ready. Are you?
Our process for screening beef is beyond tough. Kind of reminds me of my dad when my sister started dating, you know? Many were called, few were chosen. Publix premium certified beef. Only Western grain-fed beef will do for us. Well, it's USDA inspected and it's graded choice, and then we inspect it right here in the store. We hand cut and trim the meat daily. Take a look at these steaks. The tougher our process, the tenderer the beef.
I'm here to pick up Mary.
Oh, really? Yeah, he was tough. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
CBS-4 News is sponsored by Publix Supermarkets. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Well, we asked for it, and we're certainly getting it. South Florida getting rain throughout the area. This is the Palmetto at 72nd Avenue. Live picture from the rain and the slick roads.
Yeah, rather soggy out there today. A Key Largo neighborhood comes to the rescue of a badly injured manatee.
Residents spotted him in a canal with some bad gashes on his fins. A crew from the Miami Seaquarium was dispatched and rounded up the 1,400-pound mammal. And that's when vets realized the manatee was entangled in fishing line. And it turns out it wasn't the first time, and they know because of a computer chip implanted in the animal.
Oh, unfortunately, it seems to be a little pattern. All the ones that get the entanglement, we see them get entangled again. So the best news here is prevention. Anybody that's out there fishing, get your fishing line back up there. I mean, we can prevent this from happening. That's the best thing.
And once its wounds were cleaned up, the manatee was set free.
3 people are killed when their small plane nearly plows into a home. The crash happening in King George County, Virginia. The single-engine plane slamming into the ground near a paved driveway this morning, just yards away from the house. Now, it's not known if the owner was home at the time. Investigators are trying to figure out what caused that crash.
It's the Coast Guard to the rescue off the coast of New Jersey. A Coast Guard chopper pulling 5 crew members from their fishing boat after it caught fire yesterday. The crew of the Richard M. tried to fight the fire but ended up having to call for help. Fortunately, no one was seriously hurt.
And we'll be right back. Stay with us.
X-rated, exposed, explicit pornography. Not in any backroom XXX adult video store, but in your kid's school. Boys and girls as young as 13 having sex, performing the unthinkable. Tonight at 11 on CBS-4 News. Why are our children going so far so soon and making it so public? It's happening here in South Florida schools. Generation XXX. Tonight at 11 on CBS-4 News.
What's that one, Daddy?
That's Orion, the great hunter.
What's that one?
That's Ursa Minor, the Little Dipper.
Wow, what's that one?
That one is Starmark, the unbeatable value.
Starmark certified pre-owned vehicles. Lease yours from just $299 a month at Mercedes-Benz of Miami, in the heart of the Golden Glades.
How about some food worth slowing down for? Food made slowly to be enjoyed slowly. And now get the $11.99 meal deal with a whole chicken, 4 regular sides, 3 cornbread, and a 2-liter Coke, all for just $11.99. Boston Market. Slow down.
Now, Michael Mayo's covering a whole new ball game. Look for his Broward Metro column every Sunday and Thursday in the local section, only in the Sun-Sentinel.
It began with 16 castaways. Tonight, only 4 survivors remain.
I want to make it to the end.
And you won't believe the most dramatic Survivor finale ever.
Go!
Don't miss a Sunday night of phenomenal television.
Does it get any better than that?
Be there for the final vote live from New York's Central Park.
It is time to vote.
Then Rosie O'Donnell asks the questions you want answered.
There's no secret they can keep from me.
In a live reunion show after the 2-hour season finale.
It's gonna be a blast.
The incredible Survivor finale, CBS tonight after 60 minutes.
They're paid to keep you safe. Cops patrolling special events and concerts. But who's really footing their big bills?
I think this is a classic case of taxpayer waste.
CBS-4 News' Robin Kish investigates Payroll Patrol. Monday at 6 on CBS-4 News.
Can you stand the suspense?
Oh my gosh.
We are just a couple of hours away from finding out who will be the newest survivor.
Survivor Marquesas wraps up tonight right here on CBS. And Lisa Pedrillo is live in New York where the big celebration is taking place. Lisa.
How's this, guys? We are smack in the middle of Central Park. It's unbelievable. They built this set all in just a couple of days. Unbelievable. Tons of equipment have come in. The cast members from previous shows and from this show, they're all starting to arrive right now. There's a buzz in the air, but there's also a big hush. We're not supposed to find out who the winner is till, of course, later on tonight. But you know what? We did our darndest to find out. We're a long way from the remote tropical island of Marquesas, a place where the only sounds at night come from nature. It's New York City in your face, and it's here where the Survivor 4 finale and reunion show takes place live.
You still cannot get in.
Security is Survivor tight, and no one is allowed to see or talk to the cast until tonight, except us. All right, we're outside of the Brooklyn Diner here on 57th Street. We spotted Sean coming in for breakfast. Come on, let's check it out and go inside. Yes, that's right. This investigative team from CBS-4 spotted the entire cast having breakfast at a New York deli, and we've got the exclusive. Everybody's having a good time? Yeah. From bugs and rice in Marquesa to bagels and cream cheese in Manhattan, this cast had the time of their lives. I've seen you in a bandana for the past few months.
I know, bandana all the way. And I didn't care out there. The bandana just kept everything off of my face. It was funny how some of the other girls always were worried about how they looked.
You were not?
Oh, it was my chance not to worry about having mascara on. Just let it go, let it rip.
Kathy O'Brien might be the winner. She's one of tonight's final 4. Worst part about it, the food had to be the roughest.
I think we got used to the food. It was the bugs and the confinement and just way too long without cleanliness and just the basic wonderful things of our civilization, like power.
Yeah, it is amazing how good they look after they've had a nice shower, blow dried their hair. It's going to be a great night. It all kicks off at 8 o'clock here on CBS with a live show at 10 to 11 with Rosie O'Donnell. We will be back again, the 11 o'clock news live with the winners, and you'll meet the next millionaire. Live from Central Park in New York City, I'm Lisa Petrillo, CBS-4 News.
All right, that'll be great. Thank you, Lisa.
No showers. Well, they can come here and just stand outside.
We got a lot. We got a lot of a good thing, but too much of it. Some areas have seen well over 2-3 inches of rainfall. Let me show you what's happening outside right now. Temperatures have cooled because of the rain. 72 here at CBS-4 Weather Control, 73 Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, 73 Key West. Humidity is way up at 93%. Westerly winds at 22, gusting to 30 miles per hour. 0.74 of an inch of rainfall here at the station. Speaking of rain, let's check it out right now on real-time radar. The heaviest of it is now pushing offshore. However, there is an urban flood advisory for eastern Broward County until 9:30 p.m. Actually because of all this heavy rain. Here it is moving offshore. There are some breaks in the action now, so that's the good news, and we're going to start to dry out later on tonight. A powerful cold front for this time of the year now moving into South Florida, 72 in Fort Myers, 73 in Key West, and behind the front, 50s in Gainesville. Radar and satellite over the last 12 hours, plenty of cloud cover and rain, but take note of what's happening back off to the west, clearing and drying out. So the forecast for tomorrow calls for improving weather conditions with the heavy storms and rain tonight moving off, and the cooler, drier air moves in for tomorrow. Here's your forecast for the remainder of tonight. Heavy rainfall and storms early. Street flooding, that's a possibility, down to 71. For tomorrow, things improving. It looks like this. We're going to call for clouds around, but a few leftover showers, mainly early. 85 for the afternoon high, just a few sprinkles. Boating, northeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots, so once again, not the best of days to be doing that. Seas 2 to 4 feet, a moderate chop on the bays, a water temperature of 81. Tuesday and Wednesday, very breezy with a few showers around. We're going to start to see more of an onshore flow or an easterly wind, so that's going to keep a chance of rain in here Thursday and Friday with a sun and cloud mix and afternoon highs in the upper 80s. Be careful tonight.
All right, Michael, thank you.
Sports is next. Don't go away.
Healthy Choice introduces everything you love about a grilled meal without the grill. New Healthy Choice mixed grills. Tender chunks of grilled chicken with seared-in flavor, tangy barbecue dipping sauce, and crisp vegetables. A delicious way to eat healthy. Real food, and plenty of it.
Just the way I like it, grilled.
6 new mixed grills from Healthy Choice.
IntelliChoice named the Accord sedan the best overall value of 2002. It's where the smart money is. Now lease a 2002 Accord LX for $239 a month for 36 months.
We're all a little waterlogged on this Sunday evening. You can see this live picture from Fort Lauderdale. A lot of fog there mixed in with the rain that's coming down, so it's kind of obscuring the view. So we're all trying to warm up here inside.
Let's talk sports. The Marlins, a rough time on the road, eh?
Yeah, they can't see too much either right now. The view's a little hazy for them. On this long road trip, the Marlins need a few breaks and a few more hits. So far, they're not getting either today in San Francisco. First, Mother Nature, just like here, does not cooperate. An hour-and-a-half rain delay. Then they get robbed. D. Lee's base hit taken away by David Bell. Nice play at the hot corner. Game was scoreless till the 4th. San Fran's Reggie Sanders lofts one that does get a run home for the Giants. Marlins right now trail 1-0. Meantime, in Mark Light, even FPNL trying to help the Canes' power shortage. They're having problems with Jacksonville. When the Dolphins' Chet Oliver hits one to right center, the game's tied at 6, but UM comes right back. Jim Burt clangs one to right. It's not tape measure distance, but it's far enough. Burt's 2-run homer lifts the Canes to a 10-6 win. Well, Miami-Dade can boast the best high school baseball. Last night's title game in Tampa was an all-day affair. We go to Legends Field. Hialeah's Osmar Chaviano thinks he's going to be out. So would I, but Southridge boots it big time. 2-run score on the boo-boo. And the T-Breads know how to finish. This comebacker seals it. Hialeah High repeats as state 6A baseball champ, beating the Ridge by the score of 5-4.
This is the greatest game I've ever seen. Greatest game everybody has played. We put our lives, we put our hearts into this game, and we deserve this win. That's why we're back-to-back state champions.
Yeah! All right, in the NBA, the Heat hopes for a little luck in the draft lottery. It's coming up in about 10 minutes. Meantime, in Sacramento, Kings guard Bobby Jackson gets some love, but the Lakers don't show any on the court. Shaq throwing down 26 yesterday in Game 1, and Kobe Bryant has become a cold-blooded shooter, fading away for 2 of his game-high 30. LA steals the Kings' home court edge with a dominant win, and Shaq afterwards is real businesslike about it.
We just wanted to come in here and get 1 or 2. Now that the first one's out of the way, we just want to focus on this game Monday. They're an excellent home team, and we know that they're going to be pumped up. So, again, we have to do everything right.
And why does he always mumble? All right, ready or not, Team USA better be ready for the World Cup. In its final tune-up, the U.S. does not look too prepared for the curtain call. Plenty of Patriots up in Patriot land, Foxborough, Mass, and that shaky American defense gets burned. Andy Vandermine beats the U.S. right in front. Team USA gets shut out 2-0. Come on, guys. You got 2 weeks to regroup before the World Cup opener against Portugal. In tennis, Justine Henin and Serena Williams all bandaged up in the Italian Open final. Serena looks good here, though, near court running down and showing great touch. This was a close match, but on match point, Henin just misses. Serena wins her first clay court title and seems primed for the French in a couple of weeks. The men, meantime, tuning up in Germany. Far court, Roger Federer sets up Marat Safin, and he sneaks in. Roger does for the easy put-away volley. Federer, this guy's no joke. The NASDAQ runner-up trounces Safin in straight sets as he wins the German Open. All right, let's move on. We got some bowling going on. The Seoul ladies having some fun today, but they're going to start playing for real pretty soon. They're having some fun dancing, but once we see that they're playing at Don Carter Lanes, we'll see the Seoul get ready to start their season in a couple of weeks. Hopefully they can go farther than they did last year, but today, as you see, they had a great old time. All right, check us out tonight on Sports Wrap. We're going to go retro. The entire crew turns back the clock to relive Miami's sports scene. Who's that guy with the fro? We go all the way back to the 60s. That's when Cassius Clay roamed South Beach, and it's when the Baltimore Orioles spent their springs at Bobby Maduro Stadium. Remember that place? Ah, those were the days.
Baseball spring training was really an adornment to the community. It was a nice thing to have and sort of made us feel like we were plugged into baseball.
Indeed. Art Barron said rather groovy, so I know you're a 60s flower child.
Oh, gosh.
Nice do there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Back in a moment.
Closed captioning is sponsored by City Furniture, the ultimate furniture store.
Y'all ready for this? Are you ready for the selection, the value, the excitement? It's Toyota's nationwide summer event featuring 18 different models. Now, get 0.0% APR financing or up to $1,250 cash back on Sienna, 4Runner, and Tundra. That's 0.0% APR or up to $1,250 cash back. But don't wait. Y'all ready for this? Get the Toyota you've been wanting now. We're ready. Are you?
Hi, I'm Steve Malden, Vice President and General Manager of CBS-4, and we're here at BrandsMart USA for another CBS-4 Partners for Education milestone.
BrandsMart President Michael Perlman is donating a $3,000 gift certificate to Western High School to help purchase equipment for their television production program.
Call today to find out how your business can help our public schools by joining CBS-4's Partners for Education. Thank you, Mr. Perlman, and congratulations, Mrs. Rothstein and Mrs. Jones.
Brought to you by these sponsors.
If you want to succeed in South Florida, it pays to read Business Monday, covering business news from the Keys to the Palm Beaches. Keep up with the latest on local industries, interest and finance rates, plus ways to move ahead in your business or career. And now Business Monday is bigger and better with columns on international trade and business newsmakers, a special pull-out section on technology, personal finance, and reviews on new products and business books. Make it your business to read Business Monday, only in the Herald.
Finally tonight, Attack of the Clones is supreme at the box office.
The newest Star Wars installation, #1 at the box office this weekend. The much-anticipated movie beating out Spider-Man, which made $114 million in 3 days. The first weekend took Star Wars 4 days to make almost that much.
Wow. That's the news at 6:30. Thanks.
Bye-bye.